You see, I remember being 19 years old and learning how to design graphics and desiring to go ahead and do something with that and say, okay, great, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be a graphic designer. And I remember having the opportunity to get in an interview with a team sports company that they were going ahead and needing a graphic artist, or assistant graphic artist at the time. And you know what? I applied. I made myself a little portfolio. It looked as best as I could. Since I never went to school for this, is something I was practicing on my own. And I remember going to the hiring person and them saying to me, well, look, you know what? I think we're gonna go in another direction. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna figure it out with somebody else. You know, it's okay, no problem. I was 19. I was like, hey, whatever, it's fine, right? I ended up going ahead and getting a job for a dress company where I was okay. I was stable. I was there for a whole year, and in the process of 19. That I went on that interview to 20 being in that dress company and just now turning 21, I remember getting a phone call from the same sports company that was there previously and saying to me, well, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and give you another interview, bring your portfolio please. And you know, it's so funny, I had the same portfolio. I didn't have nothing new. I came in there with the same character, with the same determination of, hey, I'm gonna go for it. And I ended up going to this interview, and he literally, after a whole year of not being there, he saw my portfolio. He said, this is the same thing you showed me last year. And I said, yeah, exactly. I haven't done anything really good but give me opportunity. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and put effort towards it. He gave me a project for me to accomplish, to bring it in, and lo and behold, I literally was breaking my head on how to do this project and how to do it. But I wasn't able to go ahead and finish it, so I was asking my friends that were graphic artists, friends that were going ahead and doing the same thing as I at the time, and they were trying to explain it to me over the phone, but they didn't want to help me because they wanted me to do it, because if I was going to get this job, I had to put the effort in it, right? And I remember being up until late at night trying to figure this thing out, and I was able to do it, and I recorded it, and I sent it in for the approval. And I remember him saying to me, you know what, Josen, we're going to go ahead, we're going to give you opportunity 3 days later. And it was just the fact that I had this desire to go ahead and push forward that he gave me that opportunity. So I'm like, look, you know what, definitely I'm going to put 1,000% into this, right? So I'm there, and I remember them giving me a project that was kind of simple, and it was just putting the Yankees tail on every other name for every other league. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. And I kept on trying. I remember staying late at work just trying to figure out how to do this. How do I do this? Nonetheless, when I got the opportunity there, they saw the project. I remember him coming to me and saying, why is this taking you 2 weeks to accomplish? This should have taken you just 3 days. And I said, I'm giving it everything I got. Don't worry, I will get this. And it got to the opportunity that I was able to accomplish that project and be there for a whole year, right? I was there for a whole year and a half as an assistant. And I remember I would always take the vacation time before everyone else. So I was already in January, right? And I'm saying, okay, I got my vacation time. I'm going to take it. I was recently married at the time, and I was like, you know what? Look, great. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my vacation. I'm going to spend my time with my family and just be with them. So I was always taking my vacation around January and February where everybody else was not. And came to pass that around December, there was a huge project that came in, and I was the only assistant graphic artist there. There wasn't even the graphic artist. I was the only one there. But you see, during that year and a half, I remember staying late, practicing. I kept on trying to be faster. I was trying to be ready, always being ready, subconsciously, without even knowing that I was trying to be greater than everybody else. I was just trying to be greater than myself. Because at the end, it's just about you. Are you going to be greater than you? So I ended up being there for December, and I remember the creative director coming over and saying to me, he says, Josen, there's no one here. And I was like, I know, they're all on vacation. And he's like, do you think that you can do this project for me? Do you think that you can accomplish this project for me? And I was like, I can do it. Just let me do it. And it took me a week to get in there and grind on it. And I accomplished this presentation that they were going to push towards a client for Nike at the time. And I was like, wow, that was great. And I remember that was the pivotal moment in my career as a graphic artist at the time, because of the fact that I said, you know what, I'm going to be readily available for the opportunity, but I was ready inside. And lo and behold, just a few years later, I was already the the presentation coordinator for that company, for that team. So I was putting together presentations. I was no longer an assistant graphic artist. I skipped graphic artist, went all the way to presentation coordinator, and that was just an amazing achievement. But if I wasn't ready, I would have never been able to accomplish what I accomplished. If I wasn't ready, it would never got done. If I wasn't ready, it wasn't going to happen. So something I have to tell you is always be ready. Always. Boom.